Best female actor.
All right.
Right now, at number 1 is Evan Rachel Wood as
Oh,
Dolores, and that's not going to stay.
No, that will not stand.
I'm going to throw her to the bottom.
Please do. Tandy Newton can
And it's
stay
nothing.
where she's at
It's
for now.
nothing against her.
It's the character. Like,
it was yeah. It's like it's not. Yeah. Like it was unfortunate that I feel like she felt attacked the way women do on the internet when they are in stuff that men don't like. But
oh no, Evan Rachel Wood.
I don't think she's
great
a bad
actor.
Yeah, this is just not
character.
Not a great role
Yeah.
this year. Amy Adams as Camille Preaker. I think it was just.
Yeah, these stay where they're at.
Yeah.
Yep.
Elizabeth
Maybe not in that order necessarily, but
Elizabeth
good for
Moth as June Osborne / Offred from Handmaid's Tale. I'm kind because I only saw the first 3 episodes, and Cecily's like, "This is really bumming me out. I don't have time for this."
really,
we haven't finished
that story bummed her out, huh? That's strange.
Yeah, females being treated as chattel.
Weird
in America. Yeah, it was. So we kind of tapped out. I don't know what to say about that. Sissy Spacek as Ruth. Man, we might have these in the right order.
Yeah, we just nailed it. I don't know. I think this is an interesting thing to consider because she has like a truly standout episode
And a best role in the show.
Yeah, she's
Except
easily
for
the best.
I do feel like she's just playing this role again and again, and I've seen her like do this.
I've seen her with the same hairstyle now in 2 different things.
Because she's also in Homecoming, right? As Julia Roberts' mom.
With the same hair, yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know,
kind of the same character. I mean, I'm not saying she always plays
she
like
like
Alzheimer's amnesiac, but I'm saying like she's playing, I guess, a lot like the same way, what's his face, Kevin Garvey Jr. kind of has like found that's the role. Like he plays that in Daredevil. He plays that obviously
Castle Rock.
Castle Rock. He plays the same guy in The Leftovers. Like I feel like she's kind of rounding into that, but this is a good version of that role.
It is, and it's probably the best thing in the show.
Don't know it needs to go any higher than it is.
Okay.
Ray Seahorn, Kim Wexler, Better Call Saul. We talked about this in the male category, that it has some really volcanic scenes, some really, really tough stuff to do. Kim is kind of like the now protagonist of the show.
I feel like Kim is the kingpin, or the Vincent D'Onofrio of Better Call Saul, because she's kind of that stoic, one-note character, right? Yeah. And I'm not like saying that to take away from Ray's performance. I think it's excellent. But when she does unleash some fury, which is
it's all the
rare,
more powerful for it,
right? It really stands out. And I think Ray,
yeah, that scene with Howard is extremely raw, and
dude,
the scene where she's fighting, like at the rooftop scene on the parking garage where she's fighting with Jimmy. Similarly powerful and uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah. And I mean, it was a lot of this season was on her back too, because like she had to kind of play that conflicted, I guess, career desire in her performance. Just that unsure of where she wanted to land kind of thing. Okay. Which I liked a lot.
Here's the thing. Rachel Keller as Sid Barrett in Legion is a better supernatural version of Kim Wexler from Better Call Saul. Okay. Kind of like woman who very much wants to stand by her man, who's a conflicted, in Jimmy's case, he might be a sociopath. In Legion's case, he might be a world-ending monster, rage monster. And there's time travel. So there's like a version from the future of her that she's playing that is it's fucking crazy. And like I said, it's just a better, more complicated version of Kim Wexler. I like this actor a lot. She's also, if you recall, she was the blonde gangster lady from season 2 of Fargo. She's really good. So I'm gonna put her above Kim. Now here's the other thing: is Aubrey Plaza might be even better. She was
the standout in season 1, I thought,
and she's so much better this season. Or what? Not so much better, but given so much more to do and so much more complexity and ambiguity. There's a little bit of like a kind of redemption arc, or maybe all the bad guys are teaming together against a bigger bad guy. And this is awkward because it's a very one-sided conversation. But
right,
I guess if I'm saying, okay, Would you put Aubrey Plaza above the Rachel character last year of Legion? Okay, then I think that she has to go above her as well.
I think the performance is just harder to pull off.
In fact, I'm going to put her above. I want to put her right there.
Okay. Frankly, I think Sissy Spacek is maybe a little too high because I think
so too.
Ray Seahorn's probably.
Okay.
Personally, I like her performance better.
Well, we're right here. Laura Linney as Wendy Bird in Ozark, and Julia Garner as Ruth Langmore in Ozark. Is she better than? Who are we talking about? Is Sissy
Laura Linney is so reliably good.
Yeah.
That it's hard for me to like say, oh yeah, this was a really standout performance for Laura Linney. But like, where does that baseline get her? It's tough. It's tough. She does have a lot to do this season. She kind of becomes the driving force of the entire show.
Well, so do you think Sissy Spacek's better than Laura Linney in Ozark and?
No.
Okay, so she's good, right? Is she better than Julia Garner?
Man, Julia Garner. She has a lot of hard stuff to do this year, too.
Oh, shit, Julia Garner's the girl from Americans that
Yeah.
really creeped me to shit out.
Yeah. You much like the guy who plays Wyatt, you're going to be seeing more of her.
I can't believe she's 24 years old and she's still playing 15-year-olds.
She looks so young.
She does, man. She really does. It's wild.
I want to say her performance is straight up not as good as Laura Linney, but god damn it. I mean, it's a 24-year-old versus like a 50-year-old. So what do you expect?
And she'll be playing 20-year-olds while she's 50.
Right. So I think I could drop her down the list a little bit.
Julia?
Yeah.
So Sissy Spacek's better?
God damn it.
Well, I'll tell you what. Can we all agree that Maggie Gyllenhaal and Emily
yeah.
Mead, these are the ladies from The Deuce.
Yeah, they go up.
Eileen and Lori, they need to go way up. I mean, I think they hit a wall right around Sharp Objects, the Patricia Clarkson.
I think we should put them at the top, and we'll
okay,
because we haven't really sorted the top.
Yeah, Tandy Newton's
5-10.
not going to be number one. I
Right,
know that.
right.
Okay, good call. Carla Gugino as Olivia Cran. She's great.
She's
really great, and she's been great in genre work for a long time now. I don't know that I can put her higher than Ray Seahorn. And that's...
Yeah, I mean, I think the standout stuff she does, aside from just like a baseline charming kind of level, is like those scenes where she really starts to devolve, like she's drawing the plans for the house.
And I will say that it's unfortunate because you don't know this performance, but to me, I'm starting to think that this Legion Sid Barrett is going to be like, this is the next, everything above this has got to be a next level performance. Like good at a conventional character is not going to cut it. So
here's where I would put her, number 12, above Sissy Spacek.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Because Sissy had that one standout episode and an okay show, but okay. Violet McGraw's young Eleanor. Okay, so this is the counterpart to the Jonathan Lipnicki. This is his big-eyed twin sister who's just as adorable and just as tragic and just as tormented and haunted. I think she's fine where she's at. Okay, big bombshell. I can already tell Julia Roberts is excellent. As Heidi Bergman from Homecoming, how excellent is she?
I have not quite a Gwyneth Paltrow level resistance to Julia Roberts.
Okay. I have a bit of antipathy towards her too.
Yeah, it's just I don't often get Julia Roberts' performances other than she's an attractive woman who can smile.
Yep.
Like, look, she's mostly charming, but I don't think her performances are truly outstanding, unlike some people on this list. So
I mean, the thing is, I've seen her do next level like crazy shit, so I could see her maybe getting it. But like from what I've seen so far,
in what? Because I like my mind draws a blank when I think Julia Roberts. It's like, oh, really? That she was in that Richard Gere movie?
I mean, yeah, I'm thinking like some of her
she was
work
in like the Brad Pitt stuff.
Yeah,
Ocean's movies. Like, I think of her in bit roles. I haven't seen a lot of leading.
That's the one where I can really think of her doing kind of like.
I mean, this is a manifestation of my antipathy toward Julia Roberts. I haven't seen many of her.
Yeah, she was in that
leading role movies.
Well, I mean, because I think you're too like sure her heyday was the '90s, and you
Right.
probably were busy watching Adam Sandler then.
For sure. Yeah.
So, all right, I don't. It doesn't sound like she's going to be crazier than the Sid Barrett character, who is like, or I'm not sorry, not Sid. Aubrey Plaza is Lenny's. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Aubrey Plaza as Lenny is the next level.
Okay.
So, that's what I meant.
Yeah. I mean, I think I could see her going above young Eleanor, certainly.
Young Ellen. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, just moving up.
Do you
one
think she's
spot,
better than?
certainly.
Okay, let's find another level of Eliza Scanlon as Emma Krellin. Is she better than her? Because that's not next level, but it's pretty damn good.
No.
Okay. Shit. Is she better than Kim? I'm trying to find another common
No.
yardstick. Okay.
I mean,
Better than Laura Linney?
this is where all my bias comes out.
Better than Laura Linney.
No.
Better than Sissy Spacek? If she's not better than Sissy Spacek, then what the fuck? I mean,
Look, I admit
Okay.
my biases.
so better than Julie Garner, or is she fine? Where she's better than she's better
She's
than
100% better than young Eleanor.
Okay, all right.
She might.
Damn Violet McGraw.
Yeah. Honestly,
You're 7 years old. You'll get more roles.
You're right.
Don't Drew Barrymore it. You'll be fine.
I'm
only 7.
fine
Holy
with
God,
the way
she's
she's
so fucking
stacking
cute.
up. I'm fine with that 14 and 15.
I don't want
frankly.
to. Yeah, just like this.
But if you want to make a case for
Nah.
Julia, either of the Julias to go higher, I'm all for it.
No. Okay, so Zazie Beetz as Vanessa on Atlanta is pretty next level, but maybe below Aubrey Plaza's next level, and it's a comedy role. All right, I'm gonna put her right below Aubrey Plaza for now. What do you think about Alison Brie? Here's to Alison Brie and Betty Gilpin. I don't even know who Betty Gilpin is as Debbie from Glow. These are both
You'll
performers
recognize her
from Glow.
face when you see her.
Nope.
What?
Totally don't. Who the hell is this woman? Where have I seen her before?
You've seen her in stuff, I'm sure.
Stuff and things? I don't
Yeah,
know.
stuff and things.
Oh, she in American Gods? Was she one of the Fates?
I never saw that. I'll say that Alison Brie and Betty Gilpin as a tag team are not better than Julia Roberts, even though I'm biased
Really?
against Julia Roberts. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about Zazie
So she's in a
Beetz
bunch of shit
and-
that I haven't seen, like Elementary and Fringe and Nurse Jackie and that shit.
I'm feeling like, honestly, the only person that Violet McGraw is going to beat is maybe Evan Rachel Wood, because that character is so unlikable.
Okay. So what are you saying? Allison going below
I
Julia
think,
Roberts?
Yeah, 18 and 19.
All right. Finally, Evan Rachel Woods as Dolores in Westworld. Like, are we going to be fair about this?
No.
How does Zazie Beetz stay down here? Oh, I forgot to delete her.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, is she better than Violet? She's not better. She's not better than Allison Brie. She's better than Julia Roberts.
Evan Rachel Wood's probably at least 20, right?
I mean, I think she's better than. I think she's. I mean, if we're being honest, and not just fucking mean for the sake of a bit, I think she's better than like Carla Gugino. Like, I think
Okay.
she's kind of at that level, and she's as good or better than Ray Seahorn. It's just their character just didn't let her shine this year.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd make Evan Rachel Wood unlikable, but turns out you can. Boy, I feel like we're getting close here.
Okay, we haven't debated the merits of like the Sharp Objects women.
Yeah, the top 10 is a bit of a mess right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know that Elizabeth Moss, based on 3 episodes. Well, I guess it's more than 3 eps, right? Like, you've seen season 1. How many seasons are there now?
There's
3,
2.
4?
No, there's 2.
Okay.
So and she's like really good in season 1,
Right.
and she's just isn't the start of season 2, and they're doing something radically different with her. I just don't know. I don't know. I can't.
I have a feeling she's not going to make the top 10 just because I haven't seen any of Handmaids, and you have seen 3 episodes of the season.
Yeah, and the users have a vote too. So they're
Yeah.
the users, the listeners. I hate the users. The junkies.
Yeah, that bald move drug gets in your veins.
Yeah.
You get addicted. All right. Where do you want to start with the top 10?
Okay.
Like, should we look at it and say,
let's have a sharp deuce off.
Okay.
First of all,
Sounds
is
dirty.
Amy Adams better than Patricia Clarkson?
Amy Adams and Patricia Clarkson. That's tough.
Because I almost think Patricia Clarkson as good or better. It's just I hate her fucking guts because she's so good as Adora Krellin. But also Amy Adams is a very complicated, nuanced, layered performance of difficult.
And I'll admit to being just a complete sucker for Amy Adams at this point.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
She made one of the best movies of last year. She was in one of the best movies of last year.
She's been in,
I've seen her going all the way back to her appearances in The Office. Like, I'm just a sucker for Amy Adams. And she keeps doing better and better work, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Whereas Patricia Clarkson...
She stole Jenna Fisher's career.
She did. Absolutely.
Jenna Fisher would have absolutely had her career.
Yeah.
But she swooped in and stole it.
She
out-Fishered her.
The Office stuff with them is so good.
Okay, so we gotta figure out who's better, Amy Adams or Patricia Clarkson. I think Amy Adams is better, but I do think that also part of that is just because Adora Krellin is a fucking shithole character. So I think I kind of think we should put her number one just for
now. Yeah,
for now. Although I think there's some debates to be had at the top. So then.
But I think Patricia should move right along with her.
Really?
Up to number 2, and then we can debate it, yeah.
Okay. It's going to be that kind of year,
Because,
huh?
I do think it's a super powerful performance. She's playing a monster.
Let me ask you this. Let's talk about the deuce.
Yeah.
Maggie Gyllenhaal better than Emily Mead? Because, man, they both had good stuff. And Cece wouldn't work as well without Laurie, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. They play off of each other. I do think Maggie's performance is a little bit more subtle than Emily's. So
if you know, Maggie Gyllenhaal plays Eileen / Candy, who is a former self-employed prostitute or street worker, sex worker, who converts to being a director of pornography, and she tries to be like an auteur, chase that deep throat behind the red door. I forget all the different kind of more highfalutin porn of the late 70s.
Yeah.
Whereas Laurie plays a porn, one of the first porn stars after being a working girl herself. Laurie also is seen...
Behind the red door is the next season of Haunting of Hill House. It's just porn going on 24/7. Maggie Gyllenhaal shooting it.
Yeah, directing Laurie endlessly. I kind of I don't know. I really like Emily Mead. I really thought she was a big standout in season 1 of
Leftovers.
The Leftovers, and I think she was better than Maggie this year.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Okay. Now
I know Maggie was super high on last year's list.
Yes.
Because her season 1 stuff was excellent.
Yeah. They might fucking duel the next season too, because they're I think the best things on the show respectively. So now, question: Emily better than Patricia? I say yes.
Oh,
so we're talking about is the Laurie better than Adora Roll in Sharp Objects? Oh God, even saying it like that, I don't know if I can.
Wow.
Is it going to be Camille and Adora 1 and 2?
I think that's a possibility.
Yeah.
We need to talk out Emily Mead a little more, because I do think they're...
I just keep coming back to without her relationship with Cece and how negotiating the exit of that was tricky for the show to do.
Yeah.
Tricky for the actors to play. And
harrowing for that.
Yeah. It was very difficult, and she had for CC to be this monstrous, charming character. She had to play, she had to convincingly show that this man could be terrifying but also charming, and that you're also supposed to understand that CC did a little bit of shaping her personality into the person that she is. I don't know. Like I
mean,
don't.
even for the scene alone where she finds out that Cece's dead, like that scene,
right.
that performance,
or her being terrified of being at the airport, that he's like
disbelief to like the fear to disbelief to just sheer joy. That arc in like 30 seconds is incredible.
Well, and her reaction at the bar where Cece's telling, like, in front of Abby, like, all the things he's going to do to give her, like, her night, like, her, you know, to give her send off.
And then the performance in the moment when the send off happens, like, all of those things. And then, okay,
like, I can see needing counseling after that shit.
after acting that out. Yeah. On the other hand, let me espouse some of the Patricia Clarkson love here. I think she plays one of the most convincing familial monsters I've ever seen. No, not even one of the most. The most. I've never seen someone portray such a real thing so accurately.
Dude. Patricia Clarkson gave me PTSD on this role because, you know, this show kind of came out like a month or two after I dealt with my mom more than I had in like a decade after the death of my grandfather. And I'm just like, I mean, it's incredible how well she plays this vampiric narcissist character.
Right. I mean, from the pure viciousness down to the feigning the victim all the time. Like,
But I have a hard time because she's just so unlikable and terrible. And I think Emily, or like Laurie's character, is so you're really rooting for her. And that is, to me, a valid way to kind of like fork these differences. But I could also,
the more I think about it, the more I feel like Patricia needs to go up.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I mean,
it's an argument you can have. So I could make the argument.
The idea that she could portray this so accurately and powerfully that, you know, maybe it's a little tongue in cheek, but you have PTSD watching her performances. Like,
but here's the thing: like, imagine if I was a teenage girl who cut myself. Like, I imagine I'd get the exact same thing from, or if
but this is our list. We're not teenage girls.
Sure,
like, you know.
Sure, not this lifetime.
I'm reincarnated first as a fly, then probably a jaguar, then a teenage girl.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's also, I think it's I don't know. Is it harder to play? Because I think there's a lot of nuance of that adult child that's like, damn it, I'm not going to do this again. I've been through therapy. I've got my tools. I am not going to let this person get in my cage. Or why should they? They have no power. And you walk in this threshold and you're instantly 20, 30 years in the past and just slip right into the same roles. And
then outside of that context,
whereas Adora is just, she doesn't have any kind of introspection. Yeah. And every time she rhetorically asks her husband if she's an awful mother, just so she knows he'll come back and be like, you're too hard on it. Whereas I feel like, you know, Amy Adams has to do a lot as a person that's self-aware. Like, she does terrible shit with the full knowledge that she's doing terrible shit and she should be better. And I think that's to me the deciding factor. But you're right.
Amy Adams is playing more of like two characters here. You know, there's the character she is around Adora, and there's the character she is around like the cop when she's on her own, right? Like those are sort of the same piece because she is who she is, but like she has a different demeanor when she's on her own, and it's disaffected and it's distant and you know, all those things that her mother made her, but also very different. She's not playing kind of second fiddle to anyone in her own scenes aside from her mother. So yeah, I mean, it's a great performance. I don't want to take anything away from Amy. I'm having a hard time with this. And that's why I'm like, maybe Patricia goes up, but I'm not sure.
Let me ask you this. How much of Amy's role was trying to find was helped by the young Sophia Lillis's role? Like, cuz like You're right. She does play this
Who is that?
That's the redhead from It that plays young Camille.
Oh, right.
And, and I'm wondering, like, you're right. She plays this dual character, but how much of that was assisted by Sophia, who's also phenomenal, and like, you know, like literally sometimes would step into Amy's roles to kind of embody her shrinking back into a young person. Like that's, you know, that's a little assist that she's getting. I'm just trying to make devil's
yeah.
What is it called? Devil's Project, Devil's Advocate. I'm advocating for the devil.
But I think the performance also stands on its own when you look at her in the modern portion of that show.
So are you?
I guess.
Are you just trying this argument out for size that you want to put her above that? Because I feel pretty strongly not, but like, you know, maybe you feel strongly for her.
Yeah, I don't think I feel so strongly that I'm willing to like make an argument to override your feeling on it.
Okay.
So yeah, we can keep those where they are. I do think maybe we should talk about Emily Mead and Patricia. Like, I know we kind of did a little bit, but we got sidetracked.
Like I said, I would put Emily above Patricia, but it's more of a weak support because you're right.
Okay.
That the Adora character is a towering fucking villainous performance that's hard to...
I feel just naturally inclined to want to separate the Sharp Objects
just because it's too bad. Well, yeah.
Just because it feels like, oh, they're really sucking off Sharp Objects here.
Yeah. Plus you get a twofer, you separate the Deuce, so it doesn't seem so matchy-matchy.
Right. But I do think Sharp Objects was probably the best thing I watched this year. And on the back
Not
of
my
those
favorite,
two performances.
but best. Okay, I could get behind that. We haven't done the dramas yet, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, God, I have a hard time saying the Deuce was better than Sharp Objects.
It's damn near a better season of True Detective than season 1 of True Detective.
What?
Like...
What is?
I said Sharp Objects is damn near a better version of True Detective season 1. You know, like it has a lot of that same Southern fried Gothic feel.
It doesn't have like the cult angle.
Well, but there is the
really.
kind of whiff of supernatural that hangs around this show because of like just the creepy setting and the fact that, you know, like you've got these like Gothic archetype, these ladies in white that are abducting, you know, and there's this kind of cult aspect of the teeth being pulled. Like, so I felt like they, in a way that I think some people felt genuinely ripped off in season 1 of True Detective, where like the playing with the paranormal and the spookiness of the situation never felt like it was, oh, when it turned out there was no supernatural, it never felt like, oh, I was expecting tentacles and shit. I was expecting cosmic horror.
Right.
So
where's Cthulhu? God damn it. I think I'm okay with this top 4.
Okay.
As it sits.
I put him. So you don't want to entertain Lori from the Deuce over Adora from Sharp Objects?
If you want to make an argument for it, yeah, but I think that's a big hurdle.
Okay.
Because Patricia Clarkson is such a fucking
Let's move
monster.
on. As Tanya Newton's not sniffing this top 10 or not getting
I mean, she's got like 2 standout episodes, one of which was
right.
Akishida's standout episode.
So she can't go higher. I'm gonna say this. I think Audrey Plaza and Zazie Beetz are better than Tandy, but probably not better than Eliza Scanlon.
I haven't seen either of those.
Let me ask you
if
this:
you want to make that happen, sure.
Do you think Tandy's better than Eliza from Sharp Objects as the young Emma Krellin?
Man, this is another one of those where I'm going to say I haven't seen a lot of her work, so I don't know what she's capable of. This role was really good for her, but...
Well, and it wasn't like a one-note role. I mean, I think that's like...
it's not.
You can say that shit about stuff like Amos from The Expanse, but like this, she's good.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah, for sure. I think Tandy Newton is probably not quite as good as her.
Okay, I agree. And I don't know. Like, I kind of want to put her, I don't know, maybe above Elizabeth, but I feel bad judging Elizabeth Moss. I'm sure she's doing just amazing work on that show. I just didn't see it all.
It's almost like a Fahrenheit 451 where we need to like eliminate this altogether, even though we recognize it's a good performance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because neither of us have really seen it.
Well, we'll see. She might, like I said, she might not make the top 10. what everyone said. Because like here, let me ask you this: is Tandy Newton better than Ray Seahorn? I think this is another rubber hits the road. I say yes, but like I think Ray should go above Elizabeth since I didn't, you know.
Yeah, I could see them at 8 and 9.
That could be very wrong objectively. I just didn't. You know. Because I don't think she turned on shit. She was really good all season long last year. Okay, so do we need to? I guess now the things is let's go down the list and see if anyone needs to get in the top 10. I'm not going to stump for Rachel from Legion.
I could go with Laura Linney, but
Laura Linney above. I'm fine with putting her above 10. Elizabeth Moss. If you want to.
Yeah, I think this is her season, and she nails it.
Okay. So are we going to try to put Julia, or do we sort this appropriately? Is Julia Roberts where she needs to go? Is she better than Sissy Spacek? Did we do this?
We kind of already did this. Evan Rachel Wood went from bottom of the list to up there, and then she's dropping back down again. Like.
Well, so okay, is she better than? I guess if we want to sort this, is Julia better than Evan Rachel Wood?
No, I think those are probably like 12 or 13 through 17 are probably in my preferred order.
Okay,
with maybe the exception of swapping Sissy Spacek and Julia Garner, but like I'm not going to fight hard because I don't think either of them are going to be in the top 10.
No, yeah, like is anybody? That's why I was saying is like I was looking, is like, can Julia Roberts get to the top 10? Does she has a plausible? And I don't. I think the top 10's pretty. I actually really like the top 10.
Yeah.
So right now we got
top 10's hot.
Amy Adams as Camille from Sharp Objects is 1. Patricia Clarkson as Adora Krell and her mother, Sharp Objects 2. Emily Mead as Lori from The Deuce. Maggie Gyllenhaal as Eileen from The Deuce. Aubrey Plaza as Lenny from Legion, Zazie Beetz as Vanessa from Atlanta, Eliza Scanlon as Emma Kremlin for Sharp Objects, Tandy Newton as Mae from Westworld, Ray Seaner as Kim Wexler, Better Call Saul, Laura Linney as Wendy Bird from Ozark. Are we happy with this, Jim?
I think so.
Okay, there we go.